Moany Macaroni was born twice in Twizel. The first time he didn't like it at all, so he went back to where he came from, but they didn't want him there, so they kicked him out, and so Moany Macaroni was born twice in Twizel. Moany Macaroni didn't like much about Twizel. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't Twizel's fault. Moany Macaroni took great pleasure in disliking everything and moaned about it continually.
They didn't make footpaths like this when I was a boy. Why don't they make them softer and a lovely shade of blue?
Moaned Moany Macaroni.
I wish they could turn down the sun a bit. Why don't they make cars go slower? Why don't they make cars go faster? Why does the sun have to be so bright? There's really no need for it at all, and all that brightness, it's really just showing off, that's all.
In fact, the only thing that Moany Macaroni liked about anything at all was moaning. Once in a grocer's shop, there was this lovely lady showing the grocer some tomatoes she had bought just that morning. She wasn't really complaining, she was just showing the shopkeeper how the tomatoes were rotten and could she have a replacement please. But in came Moany Macaroni moaning about people moaning.
Oh, stop your moaning, complaining and whinging. Moan, moan, moan. Just take your tomatoes and go. Some of us have got some real moaning to do.
And then he started to moan at the shopkeeper about how orange his oranges were, and how he didn't particularly like the shade of red his plums were.
And why can't your bananas be purple? I like purple. Don't see why they always have to be yellow.
In the library, Moany Macaroni would moan in a whisper ever so quietly.
I don't see why we have to keep quiet. It's only a library. They're only reading. It's not like they're trying to hear the tally or anything.
Even when he was asleep at night, you could hear him talking in his sleep.
Stupid dream. That would never happen in real life. Why can't I dream a better dream? Who makes this stuff up? It's just silly.
Yes, indeed. If moaning was a sport, Moany Macaroni would be world champion.
Of course I would. No one else can do it right.
One bright sunny day that Moany Macaroni was particularly annoyed with, he was walking over the footbridge that crossed the railway line. He was counting the toothpicks in a packet of toothpicks he had bought. The packet had said, contains 150 toothpicks. He was making sure there was 150 toothpicks when he noticed a bolt on the ground. He bent over and picked it up. It was a bolt from the bridge.
Oh, this won't do. This won't do at all.
So off he moaned to moan at someone that could do something about the loose bolt that should be holding the bridge together.
Someone could get hurt, you know.
He was shouting as he was escorted out of the library. At the police station, they gave him a complaint form to fill out. He actually very quietly enjoyed filling out complaint forms. It meant he could moan without wearing out his voice. In the section where it asked for his address, he wrote,
Number 14 Clyde Close. And by the way, the rubbish men left a mess last time they picked up my rubbish. It's just not good enough.
He went to his favourite place of all to moan, the City Council, and they gave him complaint forms to fill out. In the section where it asked for his phone number, he wrote,
My phone number is far too long to remember, and besides, I never ring it, so how am I supposed to remember it anyway? And it's too expensive, and what's wrong with sending letters? Nobody writes anymore.
He filled out complaint forms at the police station. He registered his concerns with the council. He wrote to the railway company a particularly long letter outlining the dangers involved with bolts coming loose on pedestrian railway bridges. Moany Macaroni moaned to his neighbours, moaned at the pizza delivery person. He didn't actually like pizza, he just got it delivered so he could have someone to moan to. He moaned to the postman.
A bolt, I tell you, just fell off the footbridge. Could you believe it?
He moaned to the dentist while getting the filling.
I don't really think bolts should be falling off footbridges, do you?
He moaned and whinged and whined and complained and went on and on and on. He very nearly got sick of hearing himself moan about the stupid bolt falling off the footbridge until one bright sunny Tuesday morning. Moany Macaroni didn't like Tuesdays.
What's the point? Silly day. They should be abolished.
He bought his newspaper, which he thought was stupid for never printing any of his stories, and there, on the front page, in big bold letters, Footbridge fallen bolt fixed, the headline said. The railway people had investigated the loose bolt Moany Macaroni had moaned about, and figured that it was indeed the very bolt holding the whole bridge together. Moany Macaroni had saved the day. But no one knew. The newspaper had failed to print his name. The railway company had failed to mention his complaint. The pizza delivery boy just wasn't interested, and the library just said, shh. He was just ignored.
Typical! Absolutely typical! Try your best to do your bit for the community, and this is the thanks you get!
Moany Macaroni was quietly quite pleased with himself. Not only had he saved the day, he got absolutely no thanks for it whatsoever. Now he really had something to moan about.
You know, if it wasn't for me, that railway footbridge could quite easily have fallen over and hurt somebody, you know, and I didn't get any thanks, not one little squeak. Oh no, it's too hard to thank Mr. Moany Macaroni. Oh yes, just far too hard. Just a simple cheers, thanks a lot would have been nice. Too much to expect, though. I suppose no one thanks anyone anymore. Even just a little card in the post would have been nice, but you know, they've put the price up on that now too. 45 cents for a I'm going to have stern words with someone about this. Oh, this won't do. My number is far too long to remember, and besides, I never ring up. I tell you, just